Today we're back on Skadi for another Darkness 100 build. Yes, I finally got a pair of Summon Move Speed boots for Skadi. So we are finally going to do the Summoner Skadi build. What are we going to do in the skill tree? Mostly just down the middle here. Selkie for the Wolf Summon, Wolf Movement Speed, Wolf Attack Speed, Wolf Damage, and then Tor for a second Wolf. Gonna combine that. I'll put 3 over here in Dedication, 1 in Hero's Journey, 1 in Lead by Example for the extra summon slot. And I've just put 5 in Highlander for the life regen and just the 2 support ones here for ults and rerolls. In terms of the gear, it's basically just a support a summoning build here. We have, obviously, the summon move speed on the boots now. I've put the colourful gloves on for the 3 parrots. I've put a dragon with some legend offers on our ring over here. We've got waste for life, master, and legend offers. Now, I got this one on to counteract the negative 0.2 from waste. I don't like sitting there slowly losing life, so that's why we have that one on. A little bit of XP gain is nice as well. Weapon of choice is this one that rolled with 104 summon damage, 24% attack speed, and some more experience gain with alterates. Gonna put our amulet on. This one rolled summon damage, summon attack speed, and summon duration. So this is a pretty good amulet for a summoning build. I've just opted for some more life on our helmet here and Curse of Weakness with a revival on the chest piece. Now, we didn't end up using the revive here, so you could sub this out just for more life to be safer. We have gone in with the black lamp though, as I wanted this build to feel consistent, and we really need some extra help from Inner Peace and God of War, so this is what we ended up doing. Just have a quick look at the stats over here. We have more than 200% summon damage, 51% duration, 37.5 move speed, and we also have the attack speed from these two equaling roughly 34. Guys, this build actually ended up being pretty fun. You do need a specific setup here. You are going to need Justice for Inner Peace because we have no regen. And you are going to need something to boost the damage. I chose God of War. You could do something else, maybe some winter shenanigans, or we did end up taking Mort in this one as well. So, guys, if you enjoy this one, hit that subscribe button and let's go. So let's get into Summoner Skadi here. Now, Summoner Skadi is actually pretty fun once you get those boots, and actually proved to be kind of powerful once you sort of set things up. Now, the early game is pretty hard here, though, so getting Inner Peace on the first turn is super lucky, but we absolutely take it. So it's actually only my 3rd attempt with this build, so getting Inner Peace on the first turn there is pretty lucky, but, you know, as I said, we absolutely take those. Now, Mort is great for a summoner build. We're just going to roll a few times here, and we got the skeletons. So skeletons are good, ravens are good. We like the 2 summons that she has, and she also has influence, which is additional summon damage. So we want that blessing as well. Got Justice again now. We don't really need that stuff. And we got Crom. So we got Crom pretty early on. We want him for God of War and Blood Swords. Now we have blue Blood Swords here, but I decide that blue is not good enough for a Skadi summoner build. So we do end up umming and ahhing. Do we reroll? No, I'll just take the rampaging attack just to have him. So we got our 3 main gods pretty early here, which means we've saved a bunch of alterates and stuff. And the face just show up as well. They give us a curiosity here at purple level. So you know what? We take that. So that is giving us now 6 additional rerolls, and we have, what, 10 ults. So we've got 6 rolls and 10 ults now, which is really, really nice. But early game here with Summoner Skadi is just about surviving while you try and boost up your summon output and your survivability. What we end up doing is hitting quite a few map events as we go to boost our max HP. Vampirism shows up here, so we take that now. The summons don't seem to proc Vampirism, so it's mostly just for when we're attacking, but you know what? Any extra healing here on Skadi is nice, so we take it. Now this one here, I end up taking heal on level up. When you get that early on in a run, it's actually going to heal us quite a bit over the course of the run here, so it's actually not a bad stat to have. But again, early game here is just about buffing ourselves up while trying to get our skeleton army going, right? Oh, not just a skeleton, sorry, our summon army going. Skeletons are nice, though. So we end up going in with a dragon and a wolves and the... what's it called? Oh, I'm blanking on the birds, the colourful gloves here. Okay, you end up getting rid of one of Crom's things there, just to shallow out his loot pool a bit, but we didn't get the blood sword, so we just go back to Mort here. And again, we're thinning out the loot pool of the gods we have, so we can get the summons we want. That's why we're banishing things here. So again, Summoner Skadi, pretty interesting build once you have the boots. Now you absolutely need the summon move speed boots. I originally wanted to do this as the first Skadi build that I did on the channel, but without the summon move speed on the boots, man, oh man, does it feel weak. But once you have that going, the build actually starts to sort of feel like, oh, this can kind of work. And we actually get ravens here as well. So we got her 2 summons at purple level. Now, we're not going to take any summons lower than purple level here. Now, what I do is end up rolling here a few times, trying to get a higher level lifeline, and it just doesn't roll for me. So I decide, you know what, we'll come back. We'll try again later. We take Fatality. So, you know, Fatality is nice. It's not like the crux of the build or anything here, but it is nice to have that chance to insta-kill when I'm attacking. Now, I don't think the summons are proccing Fatality at all, because you never see the little kill icon go off when they're attacking. It's only when I'm attacking, which is fine. It is what it is. But we take it so he can roll God of War for us later. And Blood Swords at a novice level. Again, we bypass that and go for our, I think we go Ravens here. We end up buffing the Ravens. Yeah, we end up buffing. Now, Ravens as skeletons are pretty good summons overall, like I said before. We've used them for a few of our builds here. We use them on... We use them on our Maris build, didn't we? I think we did. Oh, man, we've done too many of these builds now. They're all just kind of melting together in my mind, but hey. For this one, Mort is our main source, at least right now, of summons. Now, we end up taking the extra summon slot from the skill tree, but we don't end up using it because we don't have a god that can give us an additional summon. Like, we have the blood swords, and that's sort of it with the gods we take. But because we went in with 0 life regen, now here's Pandemonium. Now, in hindsight, I should have just taken Pandemonium because we end up passing it up here, and I'm thinking, you know what, I'll wait until I have Lifeline or another summon first, which ended up being a bit of a mistake. But here, I was and ahhing. Do I take Melody instead? Do we go Necromancy? I think we end up taking Melody here just to have the extra statuses, because we have the curse out on the field. Spreading the curse around is going to be really, really nice. And here, I think, just decide, you know what, we already spent a bunch of rerolls trying to get a high level lifeline. We'll just take the blue one and we'll just deal with it. We'll try and level it up to purple and then use Pandemonium. So that's part of the plan here for Pandemonium. If it'll show up again, we'll see. We'll see later in the run if it does or not. But not too bad early up here with both Vampirism and Inner Peace. Really just kind of topping us off. And the heal on level up is just quietly helping as well. You don't really notice it going off all the time because I am at full health here at the moment, which is actually a pretty nice place to be on Skadi, at full health here. But, okay, so we really want to get the Blood Swords at Master level here too, if we can. Influence shows up. So Influence at Master level is your summons deal more damage. We absolutely take that one. It's one of the other reasons that we like Mort for a summoning build. That particular blessing, it just boosts all of our summon damage, which is really, really nice. As you can see, my skeletons are, yeah, there's quite a few of them out on the field here now, which is lovely. Now, you can always take, like, Winter instead if you want for a summoning build, and because she has the Frost Dragon as well as the Frost Wolves. And I think Frost Wolves are quite good, especially at Master level if you can level them up, but... we end up just ulting when Lady Justice doesn't give us anything interesting. Trying to get our summons leveled up as much as we can. Now for the cats, I just decide, you know what, I just might hide behind the pole and let my summons do everything here. We'll see how we go. The cats aren't too bad. Sometimes they can catch you out of position, and there are a few times throughout the run that I do get zapped up a bit by the cats, but they're definitely not the toughest enemy. I think the ants are still the toughest enemy for a build like this. The summons do a decent job of killing the ants, though. It's just about trying to survive yourself. Here you can see the cats start crossing beams on me and start tagging me up from different angles, which is, you know, it's a bit rough, but End up getting through the wave relatively easily here. Now we get lifeline up to level 2. So here I'm thinking we'll get it up to level 3, we'll get it up to purple, and then we'll hit Pandemonium. That's what I'm thinking in the back of my head, but man, losing out on Pandemonium early up, ooh, is it a mistake? I guess we'll find out. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I give up on it and think, oh, it'll come back up later, and then it just doesn't. So that's a bit of a risk, you know what I mean, but... Summoner Skadi. So we're actually doing pretty good here. We have the doggos here now, though, which are probably one of the more annoying enemies early game here, too, because they have a lot of health. And, man, our summons, they're trying to keep up, but there we go. Finally, they're putting in the work there. And we actually end up killing one of them with Fatality. I don't know if you saw that there. And we pass up Mayhem at a low level. I just didn't even see it, to be honest. I was ulting too quickly. But I wanted to get back to the Fates and hit level 3 on our lifeline there pretty early. So we're up to 417, which is okay. It's better than where we started. We end up hitting a few map events for... oh, and the Bloodswords and God of War roll in the same turns. We have to take God of War. God of War might never show up again, and it's just so strong for this sort of setup. So we take it. Now, we'd really love those Bloodswords to come back at Master again. You know, if we had a different setup, or I don't know, maybe in another world where Skadi was stronger, we could pass up God of War and just take the Blood Swords there. But no, God of War is going to make this run a whole lot easier, and you'll see that when we get to the bosses as well. But we made it through the doggos there. Now, this one will give us some max life, which is really nice. So we take that. We're up to 466. So now Skadi's slowly becoming more tanky here, which is exactly what we want. We want to be able to take as many hits as we can on this sort of build with Skadi. Unfortunately, Skadi just not super powerful. I'd like to... I don't know what they'd do to buff Skadi, but... I don't know. She's just the weakest character in the current, you know, patch of the game. So gonna have to do something about that. How they end up buffing her, I don't know. Maybe buff her summons to have more than just 2 wolves. Maybe let the summons the summon from the skill tree get affected by summon count. That could be really fun. I don't know if you'd want to do that with Maris's dragon though. If you could, man, if that could be affected by summon count, you could end up having like 15 dragons out on the field or something ridiculous. It'd be super entertaining, but I don't know, maybe be kind of too crazy. I'm not sure. We're just hitting some of these map events, only getting the wells and the 10 life heals. But as you can see, the curse is already under half health. We don't have many rolls and stuff left now, so I just take the rampaging here. And here I'm just trying to stay away from the big mob of enemies so I don't die super quickly. But there we go. We took him out within 12 seconds there. So boss kill was actually really fast here. Now, that's not because of Skadi. That's because summons are actually really quite powerful, even though they're kind of stupid. Their AI is pretty stupid. When they gang up on a single target, boy oh boy, can they kill quickly, especially with God of War. Which is actually one of the reasons that this run ended up being not as difficult as I thought it was going to be. The early game is the tough part. You have to set yourself up. You need sustain, you need healing. So Inner Peace is so good on this kind of build. And you need some summons, right? So you really have to set yourself up. But once you sort of get things going, Summoner Skadi can actually melt through bosses pretty efficiently. It's kind of interesting. We took more max life here. So up to 497, almost up to 500 life here now. Okay, Pandemonium again, and I make a stupid mistake here by not taking it. Or is it? Because protection at master level is incredibly powerful. So I don't actually know if that was a mistake. What I was thinking there is, man, we just melted through that boss so quickly. I don't know if I need to upgrade my two main summons to master level. They're doing just fine here at purple level. And protection at master level is really strong for a build like this with Skadi. We didn't go in with all that much armor. I think it was like 130 or so, which is, you know, nothing particularly crazy or anything like that. And here we get Mayhem as well. So since we have the Raven down here cursing everything and we have Malady spreading the curses around, we're going to be able to take advantage of Mayhem and at master level. It's it's a higher damage percentage. That's super nice. That will stack up as we go. Now, it's nice to get mayhem early on in a run. We got it like 8.5 minutes in, so it's not, not as optimal as it potentially could be, but it will start boosting our damage as we go here, which is nice. Look at Skadi's wolves. They go so fast. Man, I wish there was more of them. Well, why only 2? I don't know. But, man, yeah, this build ended up being pretty fun. I don't know, like, I think this is the most powerful Skadi build I've tried thus far. And I know some people have been sort of saying, oh no, Summoner Skadi is trash. And compared to Summoner Maris, yeah, maybe. And compared to some of the other characters in the game, yes, Skadi definitely is. But this build actually ended up being more powerful than I ever thought it was going to be. So that's really, really nice to see. So if they do end up buffing Skadi and with the AI summon rework, man, keep your eye out on future versions of Summoner Skadi. I think she'll be really, really strong. For now, we just took the I think we took the dash there. Yeah, we did. So almost at 10 minutes. So we're coming up on the hardest part of the run here with the ape wave, and then you have the apes, and then you have the ants. So back to back, you have 2 pretty tough waves for this sort of build. It's mostly going to be about, can we dodge the attacks while our summons do the work. Now, it's kind of interesting with the apes. You want to stay away from them. With the ants, you want to get close to them. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting here when you have to deal with both of them at the same time. But we actually ended up doing all right here. We do get tagged up by the apes a decent amount there. And yeah, the ant just comes out of nowhere and it's like, hey. So we just take Warpack now that we have it at purple level. And Blood Swords again, but only a blue. I end up passing up. I get pretty greedy here. I'm like, do I roll? Do I ult? Nah, we'll just take Warpack. So again, we got a bit greedy with some of the things we did in this run, but it actually didn't end up mattering in the end. But we only have the 2 summons right now, so we don't even have our slots full. We only have 2 of the 4 slots full right now, so we definitely want more summons as we go here. We are getting tagged up a bit. I'm just trying to stay safe here until they're all dead, because we're coming. Oh yeah, and we man, even when your dash timing is really good with these ants, they can still just hit you. It's kind of crazy. And we get the Ravens and the Influence here. Now, we could take either one here. I wanted to get my summons leveled up more, because they're only like level 3 or 4 or so right now, which is, we want them to be stronger than that. Okay, so we're coming up on the ant wave here now, which is probably the hardest part of the run, and we're only at about 2/3 health, so we got tagged up twice, 3, 4 times straight away. This is kind of brutal. And Warpacked, another Blood Swords, but it is Novice, so still not getting what we want there. Now that dash was kind of nice. We got out of there. Man, the wings helping out a little bit, man. We end up getting pretty low here. We just take Warpacked up to 60 because barrier and boss damage is really, really helping us out here. So, ooh. So things do get pretty close here, but in the end we pull through with I don't know, 20% health or 10%, and the Blood Swords finally show up at master level. So we got him. So getting greedy pays off in this particular instance here. So now we have the Blood Swords. This is our highest rarity summon right now. And man, if you guys watch the Summoner Nixie video I did, you know that the Blood Swords, they can be a very, very strong summon. They can actually carry you. So that's super nice. We are gonna have to try and regen a bit before the second boss too, because we don't want to get caught with the eye beam or any of that and take a whole bunch of damage before our summons can kill the insect queen. So the next 2 waves are just about trying to regen within a piece if we can. We're up to 501 health, so we're actually sitting pretty good in terms of our max HP here now. So, and these oh boy, these archers can be pretty annoying, especially because the summons won't go for them when they're off screen, but they can shoot you from off screen. So, man, you have to get close to them for your summons to actually kind of, do their thing, which, it makes sense that the summons aren't necessarily going for things off screen. I get that, but at the same time, man, it can be pretty rough when you're getting tagged from off screen. Your summons are just kind of over here, not doing a whole lot. We have the defensive thing here now, so that's actually allowing us to just regen a bit, which is really, really nice. And we're back over half now. 13 minutes. So we're actually doing pretty good here. Made it through some of the harder parts. We still have the bombers to go, and the bombers can be pretty tough on any build, but I mean, especially on Skadi. So I'm trying just to keep my distance from these dogs too, man. Their attacks can hit you from pretty far away. Okay, we just take more influence here, get up to 44%. We could take lifelink, we could take execution. You know, they're both pretty good at master level too, but we just want our summons to be undeniable, you know what I mean? So, and we got a magnet, which is nice as well. We're under half again, though, so it's not ideal. Influence. Oh, we could just take the ravens here. I want our summons to be a high level, so we're just taking those. You can see how many skeletons we have right now. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, almost at the boss. And we're just over half. Take another reroll here, I think. Oh, no, we take an ult. End up going the reroll. All right, so let's see how the second boss goes here. Only just over half. All right, so I'm just going to hide behind the pole and go summons. And look at that health bar go. Man, that was pretty fast in the end. Considering my summons took a few seconds for them to actually sort of realize what was going on and start attacking. It was only about 10 seconds or so of actual DPS required, which is really nice. And the heal puts us back to full, so we're actually sitting in a really, really good place now. 506 health. We'd like more if we can, but hemorrhage. I actually just go for the blood swords upgrades here. Now, hemorrhage is nice, but at this point, I'm just like, nah, we're just going to buff our blood swords every time they come up here because they're such a powerful summon. And we're just going to try hit some more map events too as we're going here. I'm actually, at this point, I'm actually looking for either a heal or a damage one for the final boss. I am thinking 5 minutes ahead here. Because, yeah, just in case we need it, we might need something. The Jinn is, you know, compared to the first two bosses, the Jinn is much harder, so anything that's going to help us out for that battle will be nice. But if we can get our summons at a higher level up as we go, protection, getting that leveled up here is going to be really, really nice too. Master level up to, what is it, 225 at level 5 master, so that's going to provide a significant amount of extra damage resistance for us, which is going to be really, really nice in that final battle, because he is going to throw a bunch of his fire and his bombs and stuff. Even if I'm hiding behind a pole, he's just going to tag us up with a whole lot of stuff. And she doesn't roll Pandemonium, she rolls Day of Judgment, which we just take because it's a great cast to have for this sort of build, especially come the bombers, which we're about to get to here. So we'll see how we go for the bomber wave. So if you guys are struggling with the... we take even more max life here. What does that put us at? 533, which is great. So if you guys really do struggle with the bomber wave, there is a tactic that I use here, which is basically just dash in a big circle. It seems to be the most consistent way to get through these bombers without taking too much damage. Now, they still might tag you up, especially with only two dash charges. And which one do we take? And we found the full heal, so we got it. We we got one for the boss fight, so that's beautiful. Okay, so we're just going to keep dashing in a circle. Let our summons do the work, and then Day of Judgment will proc eventually as well. So keep going. I was looking for the swords. I'm like, oh, what do we do? Roll again? Ult. Just decide to ult this time, and we got Lay Justice, so we take more protection. Okay, making it through here pretty easily. Barely taking that much damage. We took a few hits, but more blood swords, yes, please. All right, and we got the heal here, so we just end up sort of posting around here because the next wave will lock us in as well. And then there's just two waves after that. We just want to be able to survive, so end up just sort of posting up here and using this as our base of operations now. I think we've hit enough map events. We're, what, 533 life. Our summons are what, level 6 and 5 now, I think? And what are the blood swords, like level 4, something like that? As you can see, with God of War, they're just sort of melting through everything, though, at this point. And we get the lifeline. So now, if Pandemonium were to roll, it'd be super, super nice for us. But actually, it doesn't end up rolling. We end up making a mistake by not taking it earlier. As I said earlier, it was a bit of a mistake getting kind of greedy with it. But, man, if we did get lucky and it did roll here, it would have increased our 2 summons from Mort. It would have given us Master Lifeline, would have given us more Curiosity. It would have, it would have been super, super nice. So, but, sometimes you make a choice and things go the other way. So it is what it is. At this point, though, as you can see, there are just tons of hearts dropping everywhere for us now, too. So this is actually a great place to sort of set up shop for these next 2 waves, which are pretty hard. So we've got more Snippy Boys and Ants together here. So let's see how we go. I'm just trying to dodge their attacks, but man, they're just so fast. Okay, level 6 on the Necromancy here. As you can see, though, purple level summons, they are enough to get the job done. Having 1 at Master is really nice with the blood swords, though. And we're actually doing pretty good here overall. We do take a few hits. Protection up to 180 now, which is really good. I decide to just come here and grab a few of the hearts that are lying around. And a few of those dodges there were pretty good timing. Some of them weren't so great necessarily, but we actually got a few good dodges there to avoid some of the attacks. And I'm also trying to get close and attack for the chance to proc Fatality as well. So pick up those hearts. Okay, just one wave left here. Okay, so we got protection up to level 5 here. And I rolled for the chance of Pandemonium, didn't get it, so we take our protection up to level 5. So now we have quite a bit of damage resistance as well, which is really nice. And almost 600 health here on Skadi. 591, which is a really, really good place to be. So okay, so one more wave of bombers. This one has even more bombers than before. So what do? Dash in a massive circle. I shouldn't say massive. Dash in a small circle. But as you can see, the summons are doing a pretty good job. And then Day Judgment procs, which is lovely to clear out, the extra bombers. Now we have to deal with more here, though. As you can see, though, we're doing a pretty good job. We're avoiding most of the bombs now. We do make a little mistake here. We come out of the level up screen here without paying enough attention, and we just get tanked with a few bombs. Or maybe maybe that was before and just didn't call it out. That's all right. But we're here, the final boss. We got full health. We got a full heal. Got one more level up here from this chest, which we don't end up hitting. Yeah, we do, just in time. I think what do we do? Just take reprisal here for a bit of stun chance? May as well. Okay, so we've got the Djinn. We're just going to hide on the opposite pole and this one I'm just like, I don't know, it takes serendipity, I guess. Just going to hide on the opposite side of the pole from him and let my summons do everything. When he moves, I'm just going to see where he is, hide on the other side of the pole, let my summons do everything. Now, he will tag you up, but it's not too much of a concern because we have so much armor and health now that we're just going to, as I said, sit here and let our summons do everything for us. And I'm thinking, oh, do we go and hit the heal now? But man, we didn't even need it. We didn't need our res. We didn't need the heal. Summoner Skadi, let's go. She ended up being stronger, like way stronger than I ever thought she was going to be. But the early game is pretty tricky because you need some sustain. So you need inner peace, at least the way we've set it up here. And getting God of War obviously boosts our damage by a significant margin. Now you can take someone other than Mord if you want. If you want, you could take, Winter or something like that. Or you could even try without God of War and use Icebound and stuff instead, which is also quite strong. As you can see, we're just going through the blessings we got there if you want to have a look. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning into Summoner Skadi. Smash like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning into another one. Hope you have a fantastic, amazing day.